BatGirl.com. Welcome to episode number 3 of Comic Book Talk. Today we'll be talking about the issues that I picked up on December 14th. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, at BlackFriendGlasses. Also, feel free to leave any comments, suggestions, or anything else down below. Let's get this started. In issue number 4 of Batgirl, it's Christmas time in Gotham, and DC has given me the best gift so far this holiday season by finally ending the Mirror's storyline. In this issue, we see a friendship beginning to form between Barbara and her roommate. That is, of course, until Barbara's mommy trust issues get in the way. Anyway, hopefully the friendship will continue to grow, and then the roommate will eventually either A, turn into a villain, or B, get killed. In this issue, we're also treated to a bit of comic book cheesiness, when a group of would-be muggers are shown using a smartphone app that shows the location of Batman. Unfortunately for them, there's no button for Batgirl. As far as the showdown with the mirror goes, it was alright, but it was far from amazing. Luckily for me, this villain is gone for now. But honestly, I really wish he would have just killed himself after the death of his family, instead of turning into one of the silliest villains that I've seen in the New 52. The book features a great final panel, which gives me hope that the book will continue to improve. As far as issue number 4, issue 4 gets a 3.75 out of 5. In issue number 4 of Batman and Robin, Morgan is still hell-bent on killing Bruce, and we find out why. It turns out that the DC readers aren't the only ones who don't understand why Batman won't just kill villains. I mean, seriously. How many times does the Joker have to try to kill you before you just say screw it and put one in his head? Family issues continue to be the focus of this series, as Bruce and his son verbally spar for the majority of the issue. Kudos to Alfred, who continues to take the side of the younger Wayne. A few nice touches in this issue include Bruce's Kill Bill-esque martial arts skills, and Alfred saving both Waynes in epic fashion. My final thoughts on this issue: Baby Wayne is a complete badass, and I'm really looking forward to the next one. Batman and Robin, issue number 4, gets a 4 out of 5. Batwoman number 4 continues the series' streak of pure perfection. From the amazing art to the amazing writing, I am now a true believer in the Batwoman series. The art in this book goes through... Damn it. The art in this book goes through several different styles, each of which serves its own purpose for furthering the story. The black and white, pencil-drawn, shaded artwork was a brilliant, brilliant move. As far as the story goes, Flamebird, who sets out to prove herself to Batwoman, ends up getting herself brutally beaten, and possibly exposes Batwoman's true identity. Batwoman, who's unaware of Flamebird's current situation, continues to try to solve the case of the missing children. You do get a little backstory on Maria, but it's nothing amazing. The issue seemed to end a bit sudden, but then I flipped back through and I realized that there was not a single ad through the entire story. All the ads were actually placed after the end of the book. This is something I wish DC would do more often. Final thoughts on this issue. Batwoman continues to impress me, and I cannot wait to see her wrath in the upcoming issues. Batwoman number 4 gets a perfect 5 out of 5. Hey look everybody, it's Frankenstein, Agent of S.H.A.D.E, issue number 4. The writing in this book is not the best in... Hey look everybody, it's Frankenstein, Agent of S.H.A.D.E, issue number 4. The writing in this book is not the best out of the current DC books, but the writers do a very good job of giving each character their own individual, unique personality. The art in this book gives me the feeling that I'm watching a gritty, violent B-movie, which is perfect because that's what I was looking for when I started following the series. As far as the story goes, the team completes their first full mission, but due to the lackluster climax, I'm not as excited about the next issue as I was about this one. Final thoughts on this issue. S.H.A.D.E has some of the coolest gadgets in the entire DC universe, and Frankenstein is quickly becoming one of my favorite DC characters. Frankenstein, Agent of S.H.A.D.E, issue 4, gets a 3.75 out of 5. Hey, go figure, Hal Jordan isn't dead. Big surprise there. This issue was pretty solid. Hal Jordan uses his last little bit of ring power to make a construct of his lady friend so he could see her one last time. Of course it's not going to be the last time though. Sinestro gets the hell tortured out of him, but he takes it like a champ, proving once again that he is one of the most badass mofos in the entire universe. After getting tortured, he's thrown into a cell with people from his planet who obviously hate him. It's during this time that he shows a bit of remorse for what's happened to his homeworld. In an attempt to break out and save his homeworld, Sinestro creates about 100 power rings and gives them to his cellmates, who quickly turn on him. This creates the best final panel of the week. The moral of this issue is that even when faced with certain death, all that is on a human male's mind is vagina. Green Lantern, issue number 4, gets a 4.25 out of 5. Resurrection Man number 4 opens up with Mitch still being dead, and the two hotties ready to cart off his body. This is interrupted when Mitch's friend Daryl shows up in a robot suit. Initially, I thought that Robo Daryl was lame, but my mind quickly changed as he began to stomp a mud hole in one of the hotties. During the Robo Daryl versus Hottie brawl for it all, Mitch wakes up. From this point on, you begin to get backstory on Mitch, the two hotties, and Robo Daryl. This is what actually makes the issue worth it. Before you know it, one of Heaven's sexy female assassin angels comes to claim Mitch's soul, and the issue ends. Now this wouldn't be a Resurrection Man comic if the issue just ended, so of course Mitch is dead. This time he's a pile of ashes, thanks to the sexy female assassin angel. Final thoughts? It was a good issue, but next issue, give Mitch a better power when he wakes up. Resurrection Man, issue 4, gets a 3.75 out of 5. The S.H.A.D.E issue number 3 was a letdown. Most of the issue is spent showing S.H.A.D.E in a battle with this giant lizard god thing that has an anticlimactic and totally BS ending. Even though this issue was a letdown, it does have a few high points, such as S.H.A.D.E still being a complete smartass, and the introduction of Diablo Blacksmith. Diablo Blacksmith, which is a name that I'm completely stealing from my firstborn child, regardless of his or her sex, is like a mix between David Blaine and the dude from The Big Lebowski. I really feel that this issue could have benefited from more of Diablo Blacksmith, or DB as I like to call him. All in all, issue 3 feels more like filler than an actual issue. Hopefully, this means that the next issue will be completely epic. The S.H.A.D.E issue number 3 gets a 2.75 out of 5. The thing that I like most about the Suicide Squad series is that no character is safe. What I mean by this is they've been regularly killing off characters or leaving them for dead. Suicide Squad issue number 4 is no exception. The art and the story are both good, but they're not amazing. One thing that the writers do well is humor. With this not being a staple of the DC Comics line, the writers are free to have more of a juvenile sense of humor. For instance, in this particular issue, there is a nice joke about Harley Quinn's wedgie. Two things we learned in this issue. One, Diablo is not just a Mexican knockoff of Marvel's Human Torch. Two, Deadshot is the Jack Bauer of the DC Universe. The most exciting part of this issue for me was the fact that the Joker's skinning, or defacing, from Detective Comics issue 1 is finally mentioned. This news, of course, pisses Harley Quinn off. Final thoughts on this book? Federico needs to draw me a picture of Harley Quinn in a bikini. Seriously, dude. Please. Suicide Squad issue number 4 gets a 4.25 out of 5. Superboy issue number 4 begins with Superboy still locked in a fight with his only friend, a redhead chick who he calls Red. Oddly enough, Red, who was drawn very plain in the first few issues, looks incredibly hot as a roided out badass. Anyway, after the fight, Red gets hauled off as a terrorist. Superboy learns a little bit about his past, is offered an employment opportunity with Nowhere, the group that created him, and is eventually set free to roam the earth and do whatever he wants. His freedom quickly turns to boredom, and the writers do a very good job of tackling the human faith through the eyes of a godlike being. Superboy ends up saving a guy and taking down two bad guys. It's at this point that Superboy begins to come into his own, and he realizes that kicking ass and saving people may be what he's meant to do. At the conclusion of the book, Superboy contacts Nowhere about the employment opportunity, and finally, in issue number 4 of Teen Titans, Superboy will face off against the Titans. Final thoughts on this book? Superboy is far more enjoyable than Superman, and I cannot wait for Teen Titans issue 4 and Superboy number 5. Superboy issue number 4 gets a 4.5 out of 5.
No matter what